Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Good Effort Meg. Today, I simply just wanted to share some things that were helpful for me and hopefully you'll find helpful for yourself if you find yourself in a situation that I often find myself and definitely found myself in not too long ago. So, as some of y'all may know, and I've talked about it in previous videos on my channel, but I am an engineer. So I am an electrical engineer and I worked in the field for nearly a decade before I decided to leave the industry. And one of the things that I constantly struggled with was imposter syndrome, or just not feeling like I did good enough or was performing well enough. And I constantly dealt with self-doubt and whether or not I was worthy of whether it was a job that I applied for and got, or if it was a promotion, etc. And I think that it was especially difficult because engineering, especially electrical engineering, is very much a male-dominated field. And I knew that going into it, and I made a conscious decision when I was in school that I wanted to pursue that field because I found it fascinating. But that self-doubt and that almost imposter syndrome and internal resistance has followed me basically my whole life through every facet of everything that I've ever done in a public eye, whether that was in my family's eyes, in my friends' eyes, or strangers' eyes. Even this YouTube channel was something that I wanted to start almost 7 years ago, maybe even longer, and I just never did it because I never thought anybody would want to listen to what I had to say, that it wouldn't be helpful, that I would embarrass myself, or I wouldn't get a message out there that I'm hoping to get to people, which is essentially to allow yourself to be creative and to explore, to try new things, that messing up is a part of the process, and to embrace that and roll with the punches and just do what makes you happy. And whether or not people say like, oh, you shouldn't do this because of XYZ, it doesn't matter. If it makes you happy and if it's something that interests you, then I think you should do it. And I want to encourage all of you to step out of your comfort zones and do something that is for nobody else but yourself, and it'll make yourself happy and proud. So the reason why I'm doing this is I have a friend of mine who is in a similar scenario that I was when I wanted to start this YouTube channel. And I ended up starting this YouTube channel because I was between jobs and I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I kind of came to a crossroads where I had a lot of advice from a lot of people that I trust and I love dearly. And I think some of the most helpful advice was to essentially just do it. Just jump in with both feet and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, so the fact that like my very first video is so cringy, I wasn't even looking at the camera, I'm still so proud of that video because even in the 1 year that I've been doing this, I have grown so much, and I love my confidence talking to a camera in an empty room, which is a skill that I never would have said that I would have gotten because I'm very introverted as a human, and I basically have always said that public speaking is my biggest weakness. And here I am doing this. That's a lot of rambling. But anyways, I wanted to share a couple of books that helped me kind of get over the hump. They were recommended to me by those family and friends that were encouraging me to give this a try. And the first book is this guy right here, so The War of Art. And this essentially is a really short book, and if you're like me, I very much am not like a self-help book person. That is not me at all. But the reason I really love this book is because it wasn't a, I'm here to solve all your problems if you do these steps. This is purely just a mindset reset almost. And it acknowledges the challenges that you go through when you want to learn something new, whether that's a new sport, a new skill, a new language, if it's a soft skill or a hard skill, and the internal resistance that you constantly deal with of like that self-doubt, that little voice in your head that says, don't make a fool of yourself, don't do that, don't look silly, don't look stupid. And this book really kind of catapulted me into changing the way that I was thinking about the self-doubt. And if you're not like super big into reading, you can see these chapters are broken up into like really small little sections. So perfect if you're not huge into reading and you just want to pick this up and read a little bit and put it down. But this was definitely one that I really, really liked, and it definitely helped me. The second book that I want to recommend, if again, you're like me, is this guy right here. So The Little Book of Talent. Again, this is not a, I'm gonna tell you how to fix your problems. This is purely just a mindset shift, which again, I really, really appreciated. And again, it's a very small book and it's broken up into really small chapters. But I don't know, I love reading, but my reading is purely like sci-fi and fiction and fantasy. Like that's like the realm of books that I read. I very, very rarely read books like this, but again, these were recommended to me and it just really helped me shift my mindset of not doing, for instance, my channel for anybody else other than for me, in the hopes that maybe it could help one person, maybe two, hopefully way more than that. But it really took me a long time to get over that self-doubt and resistance that you're an engineer, you should be engineering things, or you're an engineer, you know, you shouldn't be spending time crocheting or sewing or learning new skills. And I think one of the most important things that I've learned about myself in the last, I would say 3-ish years, is that I am such a hands-on person and I don't do well in environments where I'm told to essentially read through hundreds and thousands of pages of documents or look at schematics and try to solve a problem. Unfortunately, my brain doesn't do that. But as soon as you put something physical in front of me where I can tinker around and I can figure it out, that's where I am happiest and where I find my own success. During my life, I have come across so many people who have denied themselves permission to try new things because for whatever reason it didn't fit the mold of what they think they should be doing or what others think they should be doing. It's a really good family friend of mine actually gave me the analogy that it's almost like boiling a pot of crabs, and there's that crab that is trying to get out of the pot and the other crabs are pulling it back down into the pot with them. It's okay to be the crab that is trying to climb out of the pot. It's kind of an extreme analogy, I suppose, but it makes sense. If you're trying something kind of outside of what is deemed the norm for success, and however you define success, whether that is mental success, physical success, career success, family success, whatever it may be, you're the one who defines it in your own life. I think it's important just to remind yourself that everybody is dealing with resistance and they're all dealing with their own challenges that they have to overcome again, I also deal with these. And so just to be kind to yourself, give yourself the permission that you need, that you define, to step out of your comfort zone and try something. As you've seen on my channel, you can try something new without too much commitment. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, hey, you've learned something. And really just these two books together really just helped me reframe my mindset on trying new things, trying this YouTube channel. I had no idea that I was going to enjoy editing videos, that I was going to enjoy filming videos, and that I was going to be able to keep up with doing weekly crafts and videos. I had no idea. I've learned a massive amount, and I've developed new skills that I'm continuing to hone and get better at, and hopefully the production value will get better as I'm on here longer. Even my skills and my crafts have gotten better that I can see. Whether or not y'all see it is one thing, but I know I've gotten better. Again, I want my channel to be a positive place of encouragement and to make you feel like you can do it. Do the thing that you want to try, and if it's internal resistance from yourself and self-doubt that is getting in your way, if that is your obstacle, just know we all deal with it. And if you want a resource that might help you reframe your mindset to overcome that, then I would recommend checking these out from your local library, or getting an audiobook version if that's more your speed, however you would like to get them. But these two books were really, really helpful for me. And they're also really short, so that's a bonus. So I know this video was kind of outside the norm for my channel, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. And with my friend kind of going through a lot of the same mindset struggles that I was going through, I just felt like maybe it was the universe essentially saying, hey, there's probably more people out there dealing with the same things. So I just wanted to share a few resources that were helpful for me in overcoming some internal resistance and changing my mindset about a lot of things. I hope this is helpful for you. If not, thanks for sticking around to the end. And be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. And otherwise, happy Halloween, because today is Halloween as I'm filming this. Please be safe out there. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.